Hi everyone, Doug here. Welcome back to yet another board game channel and yet another turn of Eldritch Horror, where we've finally made some progress in trying to prevent the return of Nephren-Ka, the Dark Pharaoh. We finished. It only took us, 9 turns to get rid of the first mystery. We had a couple of really nasty rumors slowing us down for so many turns, but we finally got through. We're on to our second mystery called Exploring Egypt. Basically, we have to have an encounter of any kind on one of these spaces that has an Eldritch token. While there, we spend 2 clues and put that token on our mystery. We only need to do that twice, and we get to move on to the final mystery. So we will at least get it halfway done this turn. I'm hoping we can finish it off next turn. But yeah, we will see what happens. Let's just get right into it with the action phase. We're going to start with Vincent. He's still... Yeah, he's as good a choice as any to be the lead investigator. Not going to bother changing it. So, for his first action, he is going to move from the Sahara Desert over to Alexandria. Going to hopefully pick up that clue for him. For his second action, we are just going to give him a focus token. Right there. Now, we will momentarily head back over to the main board, where Silas Marsh is ready to go. Alright, we've got Silas in San Francisco. I did realize at the end of last turn I probably should have had him go the other way around to try to close the green Istanbul gate before the Omen track moves around to green on the next reckoning. But I didn't do that, and I don't think I'm going to get there in time. If we have a reckoning this turn, we're simply not going to get there. So instead, we're going to send him south towards Antarctica. We should be able to get to Antarctica's blue gate within, by next turn at the latest. So he can hopefully close that before the Omen track ticks around twice to blue. Assuming he can take out a cultist, because his lore's not great. But we'll see. So, Silas's first action is going to be just a straight move down to space 7. Then his special action, which lets him move along a C space and then perform one more action. We are just going to give him a focus token. Don't think I'll have him bother going for assets at the moment. There's nothing leaping out. He can't quite get the best ones. So yeah, for now we'll just do the focus token, because he might need that if he goes after the cultist next turn. We'll probably need some re-rolls to take him out. So that wraps up his actions. Now back to Egypt, and we will join George in Cairo. Okay, there is George in Cairo. We are going to, first of all, yes, once per round, investigator may move along any number of interconnected local paths for free, so he will do that. That's a free action. Moving to Amarna. So for his first proper action, he's going to move to the Nile River. Try to get that clue for him. And while there, his second action is going to be healing. Mostly to try to get rid of his hunger condition. He can't actually heal his sanity, which would be a nice thing to be able to do. At least not during a rest action. So we're going to try to get rid of this before it kicks in, possibly this turn, although who knows. We're going to roll one die, and on a 4, 5, or 6, we will get rid of his hunger condition. So, 6. The hunger goes away. That goes in the madness pile. All right. Success. He's still haunted, though, as are Vincent and Silas. Not looking forward to the next reckoning. So that just leaves us with Mark, who needs to... He actually has 2 clues on him, so we just need to get him to space with an Eldritch token on it. So, what he's going to do, he'll do the free local movement and go to Cairo. While there, he will, for his first true action, take a focus. So he's got 2. And he's also going to rest. Now, his stats are actually full. However, when he rests, we can hopefully get rid of his amnesia. We will roll one die again, and on a 5 or 6, we will get rid of it. Fingers crossed. 4. No, he still has the amnesia condition. Alright, that's all our actions. Now, into the encounter phase. Alright. Vincent, who has no clues, so we're going to try to get one so we can work towards the mystery. In Alexandria, he is going to take a research encounter. He is on a city space. Since touching the idol at the Egypt exhibit, you have heard whispers when you are alone. Test lore -1, which is going to be just 1. Ugh. Well, no, that's why we picked up a focus token. In order to try to get this. Nope, complete failure. If you pass, so he's not going to get the clue, it's going to slow us down. If you fail, the voices only grow louder. Lose 1 sanity for each relic possession you have. He has none. Well, at least we didn't take a sanity hit there. Alright, let's see what Silas can do in Buenos Aires. Silas is in Buenos Aires. He doesn't have the clues to get rid of the drawn through the gate rumor. Okay, it's not our worst one. What he is going to do is try to acquire a clue as well by doing his own research encounter. You knock on the door of the plain blue house indicated in the unsigned letter you received earlier in the day. Nobody answers, but you enter and search the house anyway. His observation -1. His observation is currently 4. So we've got a pretty good chance of this. Does he have anything that modifies that? He does not. He got a success. If you pass, you find documents linking the Church of Starry Wisdom with a dig site in Egypt. Gain this clue. There we go. It'd be nicer if Vincent had it. Yeah, I think this means it's going to take us another 2 turns to finish off the mystery. But we'll see what happens next. Alright, back to Egypt. George is up next. Okay, George, on the banks of the Nile. He is going to try to acquire the clue there. He is on a wilderness space. You come across a forgotten sack at an abandoned campsite. Lifting the flap to peer inside, you find a deadly asp coiled atop a stack of papers. Test will -1. Ugh, that means 1. His will is impaired, so it's a 2. So yes, he's rolling a single die. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Gonna use his focus. What it's for. Nope. We are totally going to run out of time. If you fail, you startle the snake and it bites you. Gain 1 illness condition. Alright. Here's the stack of illness statuses. So from the bottom, we will grab diseased. When you perform a rest action, roll 1 die. On a 5 or 6, discard this card. On a reckoning, test strength -1. Strength is 1. If you fail, flip the card. Wow. Way to go, guys. Completely missed. Well, at least we know Mark can't screw up doing the mystery on his encounter because, yeah, he doesn't need to actually have a successful encounter on a space. Just an encounter. So let's move up a bit and see Mark. Okay, Mark in Cairo. Well, he's just going to have a location encounter because there's no other encounters to be had there. There we go. All right. The columns of the Church of Abu Sarga were taken from ancient crypts. Evil whispers to you from these columns, tempting you with promises of great power. You may gain a Dark Pact condition to gain 1 task unique asset and improve 1 skill of your choice. Well, we know how I feel about Dark Pact conditions. So yeah, we're going to pass. But that's okay, because as we see here, after an investigator resolves, there we are, an encounter on a space containing an Eldritch token, he may spend 2 clues, which he's got right there, to place that Eldritch token on this card. And we are then halfway to solving the mystery. I'm going to put that on the card. Just have to do that one more time, which is really not going to happen next turn. Not with George and Vincent failing their roles completely. Well, that is that. Next up, and boy, I hope it's not a reckoning, we are going to move on to the dreaded mythos phase. Alright. Here we go. So is it a monster surge or a reckoning? It's a surge. So, of course, we will move the omen track. 1 goes around to the green, which we have 1 green gate, so the doom drops down to 7. I think we'll be okay on doom. I think we're more likely to just run out of time mythos card wise. Next up, we will be doing a monster surge. So on that green gate, we're going to spawn 2 more monsters. First up, giant penguin. I guess penguins were a new thing back in the time of Lovecraft. They were considered kind of strange, exotic things. So yeah, Lovecraft actually did have like a horrible penguin in one story apparently, because they weren't thought of as cute yet. Anyway, as we see, it has a spawn. When this monster is spawned, move it to Antarctica. If you lose health from the strength test, gain 1 injury condition. That's going to make it harder Silas to get that gate closed next turn like I wanted. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to spawn a second monster, and this is going to be a zombie. On a reckoning, it will actually turn into a zombie horde epic monster. That's not good. But it never is it? Alright. Now, as always, on a Monster Surge card, we get to spawn some clues at least. In this case, with 4 players, we're going to get 2. So, 1 and a 2. What have we got? 1 in Istanbul. Oh, and the other one's on the Egypt board. Good. Tel El Amarna. Alright, so we'll put this one in Istanbul. We're not getting that clue. Out of all those monsters. And the other one is going to go on the sideboard. Okay. Now the rest of the horrible effect. It was so important and now you cannot remember what it was. All you know for sure is that it was a matter of life and death and you had to take action immediately. Forgotten knowledge. It's ongoing. That's not good. When this card enters play, the investigator with the most clues, Silas is the only person who has a clue at all. He has a single clue. Gains an amnesia condition. Ugh. Okay. And yes, hallucinations, despair, amnesia. There we are. It's one of those. Then he discards all of his clues, placing them on this card. When that investigator discards his amnesia condition, he gains the clues on this card and discards this card. That's annoying. At least he wasn't the one that we were counting on gathering clues and solving the mystery over in Egypt. Could have been worse. I guess that will wrap that up. Not a good turn. We really needed to get those clues and then get them back, get them together next turn and solve the mystery. But as it is, it's going to take us at least 2 more turns to get through that. And in the meantime, the game just will whittle away at us. Well, we'll see what transpires next time. Thanks very much everybody for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos, both on YouTube and Board Game Geek. It's very much appreciated. And I will see you next time when we play yet another round of Eldritch Horror. So long.